Good morning everybody, it's Talk to Me Tuesday and it is Tuesday the 12th of January. I hope everybody had a good week. It was a very weird news week. This isn't a political channel, so I won't say much on that subject. Just that the rest of the world was watching with our jaws on the floor. Yeah, I'm not going to harp on about that because it's not the time or the place. This is a craft channel, but my thoughts are with you and hoping for the next couple of weeks to go by with relatively little fuss and nonsense, and that things start going in a better way. We are still on lockdown. We will still be on lockdown for a long time to come, I think. They are vaccinating as many people as they can, as quickly as they can. The likelihood is that nobody in my family will get the vaccine until probably the third phase. So I'm probably looking at like end of summer. The only way that would go any quicker is if, because both my husband and I work in education, that they might push people who work in education up the list for the vaccine a bit more, which could happen because schools are still shut. We're still homeschooling, which is not fun at all. I think we've had more tears this week than we've had in a while. But anyway, yes, it was my dad's birthday last Monday. I don't know if I mentioned that. My parents have both passed away, if you didn't already know. And they've been gone 14 years this year. Maybe 15. It's weird, I don't remember the year. I just remember the event. Anyway, leave said on that as soon as mended. I have been crocheting lots, obviously. I have got halfway through making this shawl, which is called the Lost Souls shawl, and basically you crochet and you make these, and you can just about see it there, a skull. There's the eyes and the mouth, and there's a nose there, and you basically crochet all this pretty crochet, and in the midst of it there are these skulls. And I started it in this yarn, which is the most pretty yarn that I have here. It's really, really soft. But I got about, I don't know, 30 rows into it. And it's just lost. Literally, it's a lost soul shawl, but it's lost. You can only see it's a skull if I sort of say to you, there's a skull there. So I put it up on a Facebook group I'm in, and I said, what does everybody think? Does everybody think it's getting a bit lost in the mix? And the general consensus was yes, it's a little bit lost. So I'm going to unpick all of this. And this is about, because it's quite a complicated pattern, it's about 7 hours worth of work, which was a bit galling. But I'm going to unpick it all, and I need to get some yarn that will just be a solid yarn. I've got lots of solid colours, but not many that are, I've got more than one skein of. Because I make a lot of amigurumi, I tend to buy lots of different yarn, all in the same brand. So I buy a lot of DK weight yarn, which is double knit weight yarn, most of you know that. So this one, this yarn will be free, and I've got 8 balls of this. I've got like, I think it's over 1,000 yards, over 2,000 yards. I can't remember. But I've got a lot of it. It was very thin, so it won't make a blanket. Yeah. So now I need to find a pattern that's going to suit this yarn in some sort of scarf or shawl or I don't know what. But it's such a fantastic yarn. It's so pretty, and it's quite shiny. Anyway. So I was working on that, and the other things I've been working on, my chair is really squeaky, is I've been making a 12-point star blanket. That's the beginnings of it. Yes, I know, my rainbow colours are slightly out of order. Sue me. I don't think rainbows go in a particular order unless you're teaching them to children. But that is the beginnings of my shawl. This is quite a bright neon-y kind of yarn that I got. So I made that. That was my start. I have also made these, which are Victorian lace granny square motifs. I have a whole heap of yarn from a yarny advent calendar that I got, that they gave you a pattern to go with it, but the pattern didn't really appeal to me. So I'm just trying to do, while we're in lockdown, I'm trying to do one a day for each day of the lockdown, and then at the end of lockdown I'll probably have 2 blankets. No, I'll have a blanket, so then I'll just need to stitch them all together. And as promised, I did finish Freddie. Here he is with his little trousers. I don't love this pattern. I don't love the unevenness of it. That's partially me stitching it together, but I don't love it. But it looks like Freddie, and he's got a little microphone that I had to make the pattern up for, because although the picture in the pattern shows him with a microphone, there's no pattern for it. It's one of those patterns that, I mean, I haven't been doing this for very long, but it's one of those patterns that as I was making it, I was thinking, why am I doing it like this? Why can't I just do it this way? So the moustache is not great. I don't love it. And it wanted me to make teeth, 2 great big teeth. And, you know, I know Freddie's known for the fact that he's got more teeth in his mouth than other people, and he's known for his teeth, but if you're crocheting a Freddie Mercury doll, it's because you love the man's music, not because you think his teeth are funny. But he looks like Freddie from far away, and so I'm relatively happy. I won't make it again, and I wouldn't buy from that pattern maker again, because it was an Etsy pattern, and yeah, didn't love it. And I'm halfway through making, I can only show you the picture because what I've got doesn't look like it yet, this little guy. This is a really cool book if you're interested in crochet patterns. It's unicorns, it's probably backwards on screen, but it's Unicorns, Dragons and More, and there are 2 books in the series. I've got them both. They are fantastic. They're beautiful patterns. So I want to make this one into like a Dobby colours. I have made this guy. I have made, what's the other one I've made on this one? This little lady. I've made this guy. It's a unicorn dragon. The other book I've made more out of, but yeah, so that should be finished for next week. And that's it really. In the next week I hope to have done more on my star blanket. I hope I've got another couple of crochet books coming that were sort of a treat to myself that I'm going to make some things out of, so hopefully they'll come, because I've got a whole heap of patterns and at the moment I can't settle on any of them, which is really strange, but that's the way it goes sometimes, I suppose. Yeah, I've had a bit of, you see I've got labels on my boxes, I've had a bit of sort out of my yarn so that I know all of the DK weight yarns that I've got in what colour. I've got a spreadsheet now that tells me that, because it was getting a bit silly in here with yarn just about everywhere. And that's it really. Aside from that, there is nothing else going on at this end. I hope everybody is having a good time with the new year and that crafting is going the way you want it to, and that the world is treating you well. And it was lovely to hear from you all again on videos, and lovely to comment on all your videos and see all your faces, and thank you for welcoming me back, and I will see you all next week. Bye.